lay-in, but that is not good as Joe Graziano gets the board. Derek Hobbs goes in, easy two, nope. Back up, nope. As he gets his own board and throws it back up to Nikamir. Graziano for three. We don't usually see it a three, but he hits it right here.
Nice solid three for Joe Graziano on senior night. Make that 10-1
three
Indians.
by Joe Graziano as he's trying to show off everything, as this is his senior night. You always want to give it your best when it's your senior night here. As there is a blocking foul. Looks like it will be Rello's first foul and the team's second. And Lake Central getting off to a fast start, 10-1. But this is what we saw last week against Crown Point. A fast start, Rello fouled, and then they took him out and the things fell apart. So we'll see if it happens tonight or it won't.
I'm hoping for the best for Smith tonight on senior night. You know, the guy's played his heart out all season long. He's had some bumps in the road. He's had a steep hill to climb, but hey, you know what? You got to be proud of the IU South Bend commit.
As Andershock makes it first, and his full family's here, and you know they are big supporters. I remember going to the Andrean game. They were all there. You know, they're big supporters. As he misses the second, and it will be Lake Central's ball as number 14, Jonathan Andershock, is 2 for 4 from free throws as he has all Marquette Catholic points today. As here is Joe Graziano, one of the seniors, going to Butler University for baseball.
He is.
Even though he is one great basketball player, but he is one heck of a pitcher. We've seen him. I mean, he can throw shutout after shutout.
Can't hit off that lefty.
No. As there's Derek Hobbs, the freshman. As that will be a travel on Nick Mandura. And the subs, number 25, Max Willoughby, will be coming in for number 21, Buddy Jaffe. As he goes into number 3, Colin Kenny, who's averaging about 13.7 points a game. As there's Christian Cruz going inside to Andershock. Cruz with the ball in the corner. Andershock has all the points for Marquette Catholic tonight. As it goes to number 30. Up. Nice. Oh, and it's off. Bandera with the rebound. Drives in. And that's off. And Rello Smith, the offensive board, and he puts it up. He gets the board. He gets the points. It's a 12-2 game for the Indians right now.
12-2, Lake Central.
As Lake Central playing defense, and there's a nice lay-in by number 14, Jonathan Andershock.
Jack, what kind of plays are you expecting from Marquette tonight?
Marquette Catholic looks like so far these first 4 minutes, looks like they're going to be in the give and go and the cuts. That's a great offense. Good offensive approach as Hobbs misses that. A lot of colleges use that, and it works a lot because you find the backdoor cut, easy lay-in for 2. And I'm really interested in seeing number 3, Colin Kenny, as a raindrop three-pointer by Christian Cruz. As I was saying, I really want to see number 3, Colin Kenny, they're arguably best scorer as a sophomore. I really want to see what he has as a 3 right there by Christian Cruz to make it a 12-7 game. As there's Joe Graziano in the corner, hands it off to Rel. And Rello Smith always giving it his best to the Indians. Goes to Graziano inside, easy 2. Oh, and the bank shot. The bank is open.
Jack, you know me. I like to be analytical about my teams. According to season averages here, it says that Marquette Catholic scores about 17.5 points in the first quarter.
They are one hot offense.
You got 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. I'm not seeing 17 points on that board.
Well, the interesting matchup about this is Lake Central's defense against this offense.
Exactly.
This is what I like about this matchup. And it's interesting because Lake Central's defense was nowhere to be found Friday night.
That's for sure.
See where to be found. A nice spin move, nice lay-in. Marquette Catholic with a nice 2 points. As about 2:41 left, and Joe Graziano brings it up in a 5-point game. Marquette Catholic chipping at the lead bit by bit right now. As here's Hobbs. Goes to Bandera. Goes to Graziano. Up top to Bandera. Hobbs, corner. Goes to Graziano. Graziano fakes it. Oh, what a nice pass. Easy 2. Hits it.
2 in the bank for Rello Smith, 16-9 Indians.
What a pass. What a play. What a shot. 2 points right there. As there's Colin Kenny, and we can see why he's a leading scorer. Look at right there, just blown by Derek Hobbs for the easy little 2.
You say he's a sophomore, too.
He is a sophomore.
That's pretty impressive.
He's not the tallest guy, too, so you can see that he's probably a 3-point shooter, and we just saw him go inside, so it's interesting to see how he plays tonight. As here's Joe Graziano, Bandera. Goes inside the Rel for the easy 2 points right there for Norrell Smith. Giving it his best tonight for his senior night. As Rel Smith has been playing hot ever since that Maryville game. There's Cruz. Little reverse layup. And nope. Offensive foul. And we got a lot of substitutions. We got the sophomore, number 11, Jack Davis. The junior, number 25, Keon Sellers. And number 5, the junior, Connor Tomasic. And for Marquette Catholic, we have number 4, the junior, Chandler Goodwin. As we resume play, as Joe Graziano brings it up.
Jack, with the exception of Graziano and Smith, we're seeing a lot of backup secondary varsity players coming in right now. What do you think that means?
I think that means that they got to be ready when it's time to go. And, I mean, sectionals are about next week, and they're going to be tough on you. I'll give you that one. So you got to give your bench players you got to give them some minutes because they're going to be a time where it's like, we need you. And Redlove with that deep 3. Straight!
Splash! 21-11 Lake Central.
Nothing but net as there's another 3 by Marquette Catholic. Oh, my
Another
God!
one.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. The net. The swoosh on that. It's a 7-point game, and Lake Central's offense is also surging, something we don't usually see. Great thing to see before sectionals, and the number 19, McCutcheon, coming into town Friday night. As there is Connor Tomasic, who is battling a foot injury, coming back and hasn't started for a while, but he's coming back. He's going to probably start before sectional. As here is Joe Graziano. With about 7 seconds left, of course, going for one shot. I always like to say that as Lake Central's motto. As Davis was open, and Rello Smith goes in, he's off, and that will be it.
So, as it stands at the end of the first period, Lake Central is up 21-14. Solid 7-point lead on Marquette Catholic, with about 2 fouls here for Lake Central and none for Marquette. Jack, any other predictions you'd like to make?
I'm really liking both teams right now. Lake Central's defense and offense playing excellent. This offense, Lake Central, can be dangerous at times because you're going to need it. As I was checking today, the Lake Central Indians start sectionals with a very tough matchup. The Lowell Red Devils. As we were here last time, Lowell came and won. But here's the interesting thing about the sectionals. So you got Lake Central and Lowell.
Yep.
And they played a winner of. Guess who they played a winner of?
Probably something around the lines of like East Chicago and somebody else.
Munster or Gary Westside. And Gary Westside is not very good, so you expect Munster to win. So just imagine Munster, Lake Central, Friday night, East Chicago, sectional semifinals. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
That's very true. You know, I like the East Chicago gym a lot. I've spent a lot of time there. Beautiful, big venue.
And the Munster Mustangs can say they beat us in the regular season.
Of course.
When it comes to sectional semifinals, that's when all that matters, because if you lose, well, you're done.
It's very true.
And for the people that want the LC versus Crown Point rematch, LC will probably have to win sectionals if that is the case.
Jack, I don't see that happening. I truly don't.
It's possible. Lake Central just needs to find their identity. These players need to find their identity. I was watching this. Players need to know when to shoot. Players need to know when to pass. It's simple. I mean, the Bulls. I was watching a game out a month ago. You're up by 3 with like 30 seconds left. And guess who shot a 3?
Who's that?
Taj Gibson. Let's resume after this game as there's another 3, and there's straight cash by number 35, Christian Cruz. He is nothing but 3s tonight.
Cruz will be cutting that lead down to 4.
He's cruising along that 3-point line. As there is Keon Sellers, and once again, I'll say the the defensive player of the year in my mind. And there's a little mid-range too, and he's off.
Might as well stay as a defensive player.
I like to see him shooting.
I give him credit for that. I would.
And Cruz loses it. Mid-range, and one foul, and that will be a foul on Keon Sellers. Nice play, number 25, Max Willoughby, the senior.
Looks like that Lake Central lead can be cut down just a couple more points.
You're up by 10. With this free throw, you'll be up by 1. Like I said, you take Rel Smith out, and things just change. As he's not in right now. As hits a 1-point game, as I'm saying. when they take Norrell Smith out, the things always change.
Yep.
I think this was like 21-14 at the half or something like that?
It was.
A 6-0 run already?
You know, Jack,
Jeez.
when you have a key player like Rello Smith for the Indians, it makes it hard not to have your team circulate around him.
But you just can't have Rel. That's my point. You got to have more than Rel because he's going to have to come down. Davis for the 3 to sophomore. Off. Rebound goes to Keon Sellers. There he is. Mid-range 2 off. Oh, it's in.
Give him 2.
Nice play by Keon Sellers. There's that offense I've always been looking for. I mean, he's got it. He can hit the shots. As there we saw a nice offensive rebound and a nice little putback, too, as Lake Central has a 3-point lead. As there's a turnover, a bad pass right there by Marquette Catholic. Here's Joe Graziano.
I'm not saying you need a senior to do all the other work, Jack, but you need a junior or somebody else in there who also knows their stuff.
And that junior for me is Justin Graziano, the big man who can hit threes. And just Joe Graziano, easy 2. Man, these seniors have really came out to play tonight.
They have.
Man, I also like Justin Graziano, the big man.
Too.
He can hit the threes. I mean, I remember hit a 3 to go in the triple overtime against Chesterton. Oh, and there is a charge right there, Justin Graziano.
Cannot do that. You know, Jack, even though I won't be here next year to see it, I'm imagining quite a nice tag team of Graziano and Sellers for defense next year in the DAC.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This RJV team, the Lake Central, it's a force to be reckoned with. I talked to them. They said they had 3 losses only this year. Now, translate that to varsity, and with all the guys you got here, I mean, this Lake Central team has a lot of good things in that way.
Got a lot of talent to work with.
Yes, they do. As Ralph Smith has checked back in, and also Nick Mandura. As there's Justin Graziano, big man. Goes up. Nope, off. As here's a Marquette Catholic surgeon. There's, easy 2. And a bank shot right there for the Marquette Catholic. Nice play right there by number 2, Jalen Russell, the sophomore. Hands it off to Bandera. Goes to Rel. Rel Smith hands it off to Hobbs. Hobbs goes in. And the end one by the freshman.
Derek Hobbs, taking
Derek
on
Hobbs
another 2.
Hit that big 3 against Crown Point. I mean, had to be one surreal moment for him.
Funny thing is, he's got another 3 years. Sorry.
Yeah, he does. And he's going to be one force to be reckoned with. He is one strong kid for a freshman. As he misses that, and we have a 5-point game though. He loses it. There's Justin Graziano. There's Derek Hobbs. Smart right there. He goes in. Oh, what a nice pass. Ralph Smith for 3 at the top. Off. And there's Derek Hobbs fighting for the ball.
I like seeing the freshman getting aggressive.
It looked like there was a travel right there.
It did look like a travel.
And there's a deep 3 corner. Cash
and splash from Marquette Catholic tacking on another 3.
These kids don't miss. They've been hitting their threes all game long. That was a nice 3 by, looks like, number 25, Max Willoughby, the senior. As there is no Ralph Smith, and goes to Connor Tomasic. As there is an offensive foul on Ralph Smith, it looks like that'll be a second one. Something looking like the Crown Point game. 2 fouls, and you don't want that.
You don't want that, but more importantly, you don't want it to get to his head.
Yeah, you don't. No, you don't. I was watching this 30 for 30 on Christian Leitner, and he told the people when things got on his head, it really ruined him. It really ruined his game.
Oh, it'll ruin any athlete.
Yeah, and I think it does because they think about that too much instead of the game. Oh, that's how sports are right now. As there's a jump ball, that'll be Lake Central's ball. And that's how sports are now. If you get in the head, it just ruins you.
It's a great thing, but it's a curse at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
It's nice to see that these people all have their heads in their hearts into the game as well. But that can also be a downfall.
Yeah, as here's Joe Graziano. Goes to Keon Sellers, goes to Derek Hobbs. Inside of Joe Graziano, there's that step back. Usually hits it, but it's off. Loses it, gets it. 3? No. Surprise right there. They've been hitting all their threes. Right there, there's a wide open 3. A cash.
Another one. Make that 28-27.
And Marquette Catholic takes the lead. I think they've had all threes. Man, this team can hit up their threes. Cooking it up.
College basketball update here. The Boilermakers just took a 4-point win, 74-70 over Penn State today in the Big Ten.
Penn State really known for that football run they had. Made it to the
were.
Rose Bowl, lost in late seconds. Really, really sad thing to see because they really had a great talent. And another big thing this week is the start of the spring training baseball season.
It is.
A lot of big things happening. Will the White Sox be good with Jan Moncada, Michael Kopech, and Lucas Giolito? Can the Cubs once again reign in spring training? Or will the Giants, once again, a lot of spring training favorites, or the Nationals getting Adam Eaton in a blockbuster trade? I wonder how that will go for them.
Jack, I got something even better for you. Eric Gagne, out for 8 seasons, decides he wants to come back and pitch in the major leagues. Plays for the Brewers, he's a stellar closer.
As here's Derek Hobbs, goes in, 2, off, gets the offensive rebound. Look at that, as that will be a foul. As we'll talk about basketball, the biggest trade, I think, maybe in a long time. DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis are now on the same team.
I find it funny how even NBA declined that trade.
Honestly, if you look at it, it's fair. I mean, but the Kings definitely got screwed in my mind.
That's for sure.
As here is Derek Hobbs. Bandera fakes it. Goes to Sellers. Goes up for the 2, and it's off. But the thing, there's Derek Hobbs once again with the rebound. Goes up, hits it.
2 for Hobbs.
The thing about that trade was they got Buddy Hield, Lansing Galloway, Lance Stevenson, a first rounder and a second rounder. So, but this is DeMarcus Cousins. He's 26 years old and he's at the top of his game. As was here go, and up for 2, and there's a foul on Keon Sellers. And
that was an obvious foul.
And I was talking to someone today.
Yep.
And I honestly think the Pelicans, they could go to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, they got Drew Holiday, a rising point guard. You can't forget about him. They got, well, what you're saying, DeMarcus Cousins and Anthony Davis as is up and off. And the Pelicans, they usually win without. They win with just with Anthony Davis. And now you got DeMarcus Cousins, the 2 best bigs in the NBA. I mean,
I'd say it's a pretty nice increase.
I say if you go inside, there's a 90% chance your shot's blocked. I don't see a reason, as he makes that one, I don't see there's a reason why they don't get every rebound, maybe at least. I mean, 6'11" and 7 foot. They're both going to be playing at the same time. As here's Hobbs, goes to Mandira, goes inside for the easy lay-in 2. As there, Lake Central takes a 2-point lead.
You think the Pelicans could get one more person, Jack, to make a triple threat? Who would it be?
Oh, as there is a charge. If they can get one person, not like a big, but like a little.
Yeah.
I really would like to see them get J.R. Smith from the Cavs or Nick Young from the Lakers. A guy who can make those clutch threes when they need them. Because they can definitely get the 2. We know they can get the 2.
Yeah.
But don't forget, Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins can shoot threes. We've seen it. Anthony Davis did win the All-Star MVP. Thompson 3 corner. Dagger hits it. That's the spot. Lake Central's offense coming bright after that timeout by Coach Malosnik. Yeah, but Pelicans, I feel like they could make a run. I feel like if they played in a 7-game series, say the Thunder, they can beat the Thunder as there's a corner 3. Cash right there, boom. Marquette Catholic not missing the 3 tonight. But I feel like they could win a 7-game series against the Thunder. I feel like they can go 6 games with the Warriors. I feel it. I really
can see it, but they
really
do need
liked
that
it.
extra
The
asset.
2 Kentucky prodigies, Big Blue Nation. I really liked it. I just can't help it, and I wish the Bulls would have done that. Thomas goes up and then off. But I really wish the Bulls would have got DeMarcus Cousins. Really, I was hoping they would trade Nikola Mirotic, Denzel Valentine, and some picks. Honestly, because I am tired of seeing Lopez. I don't like him one bit. I think he's not good. I think he's lazy. I don't like him, and I feel like if you want a big man, you're going to need it. As up and good. As you see in the NBA, a big man is crucial. I mean, look at Tim Duncan. Look at the things he did for the Spurs in his prime.
Yeah, the Pelicans got that, though, with Davis and Cousins, 6'11", like you said, 6'11" and 7, but they need a small guy. They need a small guy.
That's why, and Drew Holiday, I think, will fit perfect. As there's Marquette Catholic, and I think that's why, and it goes up, and that will be a travel. And that's why I think Drew Holiday is saying in his head, I know I'm a starter. I got to step up. I got to step up because they're going to need me now.
Correct me if I'm wrong. For the Celtics, it was who was it? Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and
Rondo and Ray Allen, the
There you
big
go.
four. Those four.
they were unstoppable.
I remember those four and the Derrick Rose when he was not injured in his prime. I remember those playoff games in overtime. Ben Gordon, Kirk Heinrich. Those are the basketball I miss. I miss those days.
I miss that for baseball too.
Yes, baseball back then was really, I really miss it with, as that's over and back. And
Marquette
screaming
not
right
happy
there.
about
More like the movie Kicking and Screaming with Will Ferrell in it. There's no technical has been called. And he's asking for it. As 47 seconds left, 3-point game. Lake Central got to make a push right here. Graziano goes to Bandera. Goes to Hobbs. Inside to Graziano. Corner. Nope. Tomasic. It looks like once again Nermato one last shot. With 13 seconds left, Tomasic with the ball. Goes to Graziano. With 5, but there's a 4, 3, and he loses it. 2, 1. Graziano goes up. Oh!
And a buzzer beater for Justin Graziano to give the Lake Central Indians a 6-point upper hand, 38-32 at the end of the second period.
Kid's got ice in his veins.
He really, really does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to conclude the first half of the live stream of your Lake Central Indians taking on the Marquette Catholic team tonight. Got 10 minutes on the halftime clock. I can't speak tonight. We'll see you in a minute. Don't miss it. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to the stream. We've got a score of 38-32 on the scoreboard tonight with your Lake Central Indians topping over the Marquette Catholic. I don't know what they are. Jack?
Well, howdy, I guess. I guess we're in the Wild West tonight. It is a wild game, though, we got here tonight, as Marquette Catholic is making about every three they can take. Back to action. There's another three up. Off. Uh-oh. Maybe a cold right now. As I'm pretty sure they hit every three they took in the first half. I'm pretty sure. So here's Derek Hobbs. Goes to Rel Smith. Back to Hobbs. To Graciano. Bandera current three up. Off. Looked like he didn't set his feet as it was an off three. As here is Cruz. That's a travel. Cruz gets that rainbow drop three like a little vintage Ben Gordon. He used to play with the Chicago Bulls. Joe Graziano with the ball. Goes to Derek Hobbs, to Rel Smith. To Derek Hobbs. And there with the ball. Goes inside there, and there right there was sealed by number 3, Colin Kenny. Up, and it'll be Marquette Catholic ball. Lake Central news. Glenn Robinson won the dunk contest. Like, wow.
That was it was quite a sight to see.
Oh, and man, his dunks were really good too. He had 250s. They were good. As some people say, there wasn't that much talent, but you gotta think Aaron Gordon and DeAndre Jordan in it, and both of them just posterized people. So Glenn Robinson bringing the home back. Hopefully coming, maybe to the 219, for a visit. Bring back the gold.
I wouldn't mind it.
As he tweeted this morning, back in Indy for the Pacers season, as the Pacers try to look back and try to get in the playoffs, as Glenn Robinson is really surging, becoming from unknown to a temporary starter to a starter. So,
Jack, in your opinion, if Glenn Robinson would have stayed at Michigan for all 4 years and then entered the draft, what do you think about his notoriety?
I feel like he would have been better. I feel like the coach at Michigan, I do not remember his name, but I've known what he's done. He's coached a lot of great people. And I feel like if he would have stayed, as Graziano goes for the 2 and is off, but that'll be a foul and should be shooting 2. But I feel like if he just would have stayed one more year, I always say, why would you leave on your junior year? You got just 1 year. Michigan was at the top of their game.
They were.
I mean, Glenn was a second-round pick. If he would have stayed, Michigan could have been a ranked team, and I felt like he could have been a top 20 pick as Graziano goes up and misses a first.
I think it was definitely possible he would have went through the either in the 5th or 10th, like 5 through 10 rounds. It's funny how I can remember all these things from March Madness so many years ago, but I can't remember what I had for dinner.
As Graziano makes a second, and also Tyler Weidman, he's making an impact in that Big East.
He is.
The coach for Providence, Ed Cooley, has said he is the most underrated player he's ever watched this year. I mean,
Weidman's got talent. That's
he
no
does,
doubt about
and
that.
I feel like he could be a second-round pick. And there's a 3. Cash right there by
is
number
he a
3.
junior or a senior
He is
this
a
year?
sophomore.
As a sophomore.
Oh, wait,
wow.
Tyler Weidman?
Yeah, Weidman.
Oh, my bad. He is a junior. I thought you were
Okay.
talking about Colin Kenny
No.
with the sharpshooter 3. Yeah, Tyler Weidman is a junior, so
Okay.
I feel like he should stay next year. The Butler team, I mean, they are losing their best player, Keelan Martin, so it will be questionable, but it's always good to stay in the Big East. It helps you. The Big East is tough, the toughest conference you'll ever play in. Not the best, but the toughest, that's for sure. Hobbs goes for the easy 2 right there.
Make that 41-35 Lake Central.
I just wish the Big East was how it was back then when AI was there. Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, Kemba Walker, like his first year. Carmelo Anthony. Who else am I trying to think of here? I don't know if you remember.
Anthony was at Syracuse, correct?
Carmelo, yes.
Yep.
He made a huge impact there. I'll tell you that one for sure.
Loved Syracuse a couple years ago in March Madness.
Yeah, Syracuse, they were big in the Big East.
They toppled
Jim
Indiana.
Boeheim as Graciano for the 3 up top, off.
No.
And there's a rebound the Big East back then, it was the best conference. Look at that. Oh, and he's blocked, but there will be a foul. Yeah, the Big East back then, I mean, they had everyone. They had Connecticut, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, Georgetown. Well, still had Georgetown. But the teams they don't have anymore, they have so many because they all switched because of the new expansions and everything. And then, because I remember Connecticut 7'4" player, Hashim Thabit, 7'4". Now I remember back in my days, I played video games. I played college basketball, and it really makes me sad they don't make it anymore. It's just because the players are too selfish. They want money now. I mean, I feel like that really ruins it. As he makes that one, I really feel like kids really enjoyed playing it. And then the players, and all of a sudden they want money. It's like, well, we'll give the college money, but not individually. I mean, it really sucks, though, to be honest. It was such a fun game to play.
It was fun, but you got to think about it. Who's the one paying for the scholarships in the first place?
Yeah, I know.
Colleges.
But still, you're in college. I mean, Graciano with the tomahawk hit right there. But you got to think, it's just college. They're like 18-year-olds, Mm-hmm. It's just, you got to.
We've seen what happens when 18-year-olds make millions of dollars.
Yeah,
Doesn't
we've
end up
seen
very
it.
well.
I mean, and, nice two right there. As Thon Maker, he's on the Bucks. He skipped college, and he's only 18. Look at all the money he's making right now. I mean, he's a great player, though, because we can tell he didn't need to play college to be good.
Yeah.
As there's an easy two for Graciano. Hits it. 43-38. Yeah, with college basketball. Next month is the biggest month in college basketball.
March
As
Madness.
there's a foul, yes, March Madness.
My favorite.
We all know what happened last year. Chris Jenkins with the deep three to win the game. A lot of upsets happen. And a lot of teams on the bubble list here. A lot of surprising teams making their move. Gonzaga.
Gonzaga. You know what, Jack? I'll tell you what. Gonzaga has truly opened my eyes and surprised me these last 3 or 4 years.
As he makes the first, Gonzaga's going to be a bust.
I'm going to agree with you, though. I'm in full agreement with you.
They don't play anyone good. It's terrible. I really think Duke is going to make a big push. They've been playing great ball. Jason Tatum, the freshman, has been playing great basketball as he makes a second.
Allen.
I hate Grayson Allen. I do. I lost my respect for him ever since last year and still this year. This kid doesn't know when to stop. He is like Christian Laettner, doesn't know when to stop. And Christian Laettner, okay, he had a heck of a college season like Grayson Allen. Well, look when he entered the NBA. As Tomasic fakes a three, goes to Graziano. Rel Smith. Goes to Graziano. Tomasic goes for the two, and he's blocked. Graziano goes to Graziano. Rel off three, deep. Off. Oh, Graziano with the board. Nope. As we're talking about Duke, yeah, I do hate her. I can't stand the kid.
I can't either.
He's such a child. And I know it's a rant. I know I shouldn't be probably ranting, but he's a child. I mean, Mike, you had Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, suspend you. The best basketball coach ever suspends you, man. It's sad.
Now, I'm not going to be biased here just because I'm a future Boilermaker, Jack. I would love to see Swanigan go to the championship game with the kind of humble background that kid has had.
Yeah, Swanigan, I think he'll enter the draft.
I know he will.
I see on Purdue tweets, this kid gets a double-double every game. I'm like, dude, this kid's awesome.
He goes in. He does great every time. I love it.
Yeah, I remember his decisions were Florida, Georgetown, and Purdue.
And Michigan State.
Yes, as I am a Georgetown Hoya fan, that really makes me depressed right
Verbally commits to Michigan State. Says, nope, just kidding, picks Purdue.
Pulled a
Boiler up, baby.
Pulled DeAndre Jordan, looks like. Maybe had a sleepover with the coach. But, yeah, Duke, I feel like Grayson Allen takes, like, how do I say this?
He hates everybody.
All the talent from Duke. I feel
anybody who's good, anybody who's better than him, he'll hate.
Makes it first. I feel like he takes all the, like, attention from the talent they have. They got two freshmen that are amazing. Harry Giles and Jason Tatum.
I don't even know who they are because all I know is about Grayson Allen.
They are two stellar freshmen. You got Luke Kennard as he makes that one, he drills threes. I mean, I think this kid, if he wants to be in the NBA, he's got time to clean his act. That's all I'm going to say. Clean your act.
I feel like it'd take more than
that. That was a rant. I'm sorry about that, folks. Little rant right there. It's just, I can't stand that. He makes a nice two right there. It's just, I can't stand that, DJ. I can't.
Believe me, Jack, I know.
As, what was I going to say? The Notre Dame Irish, they're a really surprising team.
They are.
They are. They're always up there. Mike Bray, I do not like him, but I do like his coaching style. I like how he coaches. He's always got a good team, but not the best, but they always can go far. And there's Derek Hobbs. This guy gets, I think he's got a double-double maybe. And Graciano too, off. Now it'll be a foul on Raul Smith, and it looks like that is his third foul.
Jack, what do you think about the Valparaiso Crusaders? What do you think about that? They get into March Madness every year, never go anywhere because they get pretty unlucky with picks.
They have a guy named Alec Peters. I really like this. This is his last year. Really big in the NIT. I was watching it last year. I just don't feel like they got it. I remember that they were the favorites to win their conference.
They were.
That they didn't. But I really love watching conference tournaments, especially since it's whoever wins makes it. As a nice 2 right there by Colin Kennedy, and it's a 1-point game. As it's like anyone can win. Anyone can win it. Anyone can make it. It's not like you can be last and you can still make the tournament.
We've seen Cinderella stories before.
Speaking of that, last year, Seton Hall beat Villanova.
Oh, yeah.
There's that Cinderella story. Isaiah Whitehead, what a star he was.
Yeah, I feel bad for Valpo, though, Jack, because, the last 2 years, like, oh, guys, we got into March Madness.
Valpo.
Awesome. Who's our pick? Maryland. Who's our pick? Michigan State.
Valpo has missed the cut 2 times. About maybe a millimeter. I don't even know. As Thompson makes it first. I mean, they are so close every year.
I know.
And it's just pain to watch. Ugh.
This year, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of good talent I'm looking at. I know I'm a Georgetown Hoyas fan. I really think as he makes the second one, they can make a push. But also the Marquette Golden Eagles. They got a freshman named Marquette, Marcus Howard. I really like what him, as I will be Marquette Catholic ball. I really like them.
But can he drive the team enough to take them all the way through the championship?
But I don't know about that one though. And also, in the Big East, I'd really watch for those Creighton Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But the one thing is, can Maurice Watson heal? Oh, walking that 3, step back. Oh,
beautiful.
Straight cash, tie game, dagger. What a play by number 3, Colin Kennedy.
Excellent.
Sophomore. That's here is Joe Graziano. Goes to Jack Davis. There's a steal. That's wide open lane. A lot of wood right there as he gets the easy 2. Marquette Catholic gets their biggest lead of the game, and there's a timeout by Coach Malosnik.
Shebang for the Marquette Catholic. 49-47 with 1:12 left on the clock in the third period.
Yeah, as we were against again, I mean, you got to talk about March Madness when March is nearing. I mean, they got to say it. I mean,
honestly, I think that March Madness and Christmas time are my favorite times of the year.
Arguably. But March Madness, the thing I don't like how they seed the teams. I mean, Gonzaga number 1. I really like how the college football playoffs. Look at the resume. Look at Gonzaga's resume. 1 good win, Arizona. Who else? They beat a team called Pacific, BYU, Pepperdine.
I saw that Pacific game this weekend. It wasn't anything special. It's like watching Lake Central play somebody like Highland or Hobart, somebody smaller. It doesn't resonate well with me. Like you said, I like to see it like the college football playoffs instead.
I think Gonzaga will make it to the round of 32 and lose. Because I think they'll make the round of 32 and lose.
I say Sweet 16. If they get lucky.
I watch them and I'm like, these kids aren't that good. I mean, they're good, but they're like, are they really number 1?
Yeah, no doubt. I'll put them on my bracket. I'll put them maybe a step or 2
If I could do a bracket right now, I put them as my 5th seed. If I had a 1st seed, I'd go with, it's going to be surprising for you, Kansas.
No, not surprising.
Kansas, Villanova.
Yes.
They're Villanova. We all know about Villanova. And he goes up, Graziano, and there's a foul. Another one? The Wisconsin Badgers. I really like them.
You know what? I'd take Purdue over Wisconsin. Just based off of what I've seen so far. Don't get me wrong, Wisconsin's a very impressive
team. They are.
Team.
Bronson Koenig, Nigel Hayes, and Ethan Happ. Those 2 are amazing, as Graziano misses that. And another one, the Bruins at UCLA.
I'd take UCLA too.
And
no
the
doubt.
interesting story about Lonzo Ball, his dad said he will be better than Steph Curry.
Yeah?
As Graziano misses that one, and I'll be over to back on Keon Sellers. He said this thing, put my son on the Warriors, put Steph Curry on the UCLA. You'll see what happens. I watch Lonzo Ball, not Steph Curry.
No.
And I'm not saying Lonzo Ball is that. He is one heck of a talent. He's going to be the 2nd pick. behind Markel Fultz on Washington. That kid is, I think he can be the next Derrick Rose. Hopefully not injury prone, though. As he goes for the easy two, off.
Not so easy.
Usually those are the easy ones, a little up. As there's Hobbs, he's playing a great game tonight, as in senior night, but he's acting like it's freshman night for him. As there's Graciano, goes to Davis in the corner, the sophomore. Graciano goes to Joe Graziano. Graciano goes up. Up two. Oh, what a nice play.
Jack, you want to make some big boisterous picks tonight? Let's say Providence goes Elite Eight.
Providence Friars.
Yeah, the Providence
And the
Friars.
easy two for number 4, Chandler Goodwin.
Just for fun.
I can't see them making the tournament.
They've made it the last couple years for no
Well,
reason.
yeah, that was because they had Chris Dunn. He is one heck of a talent with the Minnesota Timberwolves. As Thomas for 3, corner, late seconds, off. And that will be the end of the third period, 51-49, Michigan City.
Lake Central hitting a lot of rim tonight. Definitely not the best when Marquette Catholic has upper hand. I mean, it's by 2. It's definitely a closable gap, but don't know how I feel about the rest of the night, Jack. What are you thinking?
Lake Central really got to wake up. Larrell Smith really got to wake up. He's got that. Remember, I keep saying it. Shovel, dig him out of this. 2-point, you can't lose this game. This is a must-win because if you lose this game, you fall to 12-11, and you got a really tough matchup. And heading into sectionals is 12-12.
Not confident.
Really not
boosting.
making you intimidating. Really making you look like a weak team. And Lake Central, we know they can be dangerous. They beat Maryville. I mean, we know they can be dangerous.
On
We've
any
seen
given night, if you put Lake Central in the same shoes that they were in for Maryville, and you put them against somebody like Crown Point, you're in for a good game.
Yeah, but also don't forget Crown Point. That wasn't their best game,
It was that. Oh, it certainly wasn't their best game.
and they still won by 19. I really think Ken Decker is underrated. I mean, we saw him. I mean, he had more points than Sasha.
The kid was going off the other night. That's
Yes, he
that's
was.
for
He's
sure.
got that nice. He's got like he's like Jimmy Butler. He's got that nice 2 in the mid ranges. He goes, dribbles. No, he doesn't set his feet or anything. He just jumps and shoots, and it's a really nice shot. And I was reading a story when they beat them in Valpo, and it was like he practices that shot every game, every time. And I was like, yeah, I can tell he's making it all the time.
Well, not to mention he's got height too.
Yes, he does. That whole Crown Point team, the Big Four, of high school basketball, just like the NBA with Rondo, Allen, Garnett, Pierce, and
I miss that team.
I do. As Rel goes inside, try to tie the game, and there will be a foul. He'll be shooting 2. And a Big Four in college, oh, wow. I don't really think I know any, but if I had to go with one, the most recent would be last year, Villanova Wildcats.
Yeah, but remember Michigan a couple of years ago with
Yeah.
Robinson? Who was it? Trey?
Trey Burke,
Yep.
Tim Hardaway,
Yep.
Allen Robinson, not Allen Robinson, Jesus, Glenn Robinson, and I think it was Tim McGray, Mitch McGarry.
Those guys were unstoppable, hence why they went Final Four.
Also, don't forget about Villanova, who won it last year, as Rel Smith tried to get a tie to the game, and he ties it. Don't forget about Ryan Arciniakino, Josh Hart, Chris Jenkins. I mean, oh, my bad. They had the Big 5. Their whole starting lineup was awesome. It was insane. I don't know how you beat them. Deep 3 right there. Cash! Number 30, Joe Andershock, and a 3-point lead for the Marquette.
Bank is
Castle.
open for Joe, 54-51.
And it was I really don't understand how Villanova, I mean, I feel like Kyle Lowry really built that program. Graciano goes up, and that'll be a blocking foul. He'll be shooting 2. And if you look at it, it's Kyle Lowry built that place. Because after him, that's when Ryan Arciniakino came. Daniel Sheffield, those two were greats in Villanova. And then here comes Big Smooth. That's what they call him. Big Smooth, Chris Jenkins. And then here comes Josh Hart. And he has no heart, man. As Graciano makes the first, Josh Hart has no heart. I call him the assassin. He's cold-blooded. He makes shots when it's time to make shots. He is insane. Over 2 weeks ago, as Graciano goes for the second one, was up, hits it. They were beating Georgetown by 2 with a minute left. And guess what? Josh Hart pulls up, hits a 3, ends it. He's assassin. He's ending it. I really like Villanova this year. I think they can go all the way. But my bold prediction. And my bold predictions have been right. I said Elliott would be a monster. I'm really hoping the Bears can be monsters. And he goes up, misses. I'm really hoping the Bears could be the monsters of the Midway. They're really not the monsters anymore. As big football news, Jake Cutler.
I saw that. That makes me laugh.
Dre talks. Bandera for 3. Off. Graciano with the board. Goes up for the 2. Hits it. Lake Central takes the lead. Yeah, I saw that. I really don't. I like Jake Cutler.
I
just
don't.
The thing about he needs an offensive line. Remember the time when the Bears went to the NFC Championship?
Yeah.
He had an offensive line. Remember the time when they were basically one down away from making the playoffs against the Packers and winning the division?
Offensive line.
As it will be Lake Central's ball.
I see the Bears putting out that offer to the
and they got the offensive lineman. I mean, they got Cody Whitehair, the rookie this year, really great. Matt Slauson.
I see it as a plea for help, though.
Kyle Long. But I could rant all day about everything. I mean, big Bears fan. I went to that game against the Packers when Jordy Nelson and Aaron Rodgers connected to win the game. They just need defense. Their safeties, they're not the best. Not good at all. I really miss when they had their safeties. And there's Rello Smith. We're the 2!
57-54, Lake
Let's
Central.
get back to some high school basketball. We can talk about the Bears in football season. As there's the and one by number 21, Buddy Jeffy. As we can talk about football when this Lake Central football season. How about that?
I won't be here for football
Yeah,
season.
you won't. As it looks like maybe me and Ryan Voss will be calling games.
We'll see how that goes.
I only called one football game last year. I was against the Valpo Crusaders at senior night, the comeback win.
Valpo Vikings.
What a game that was. As Lake Central's football team really going to look interesting, losing a lot of key players. As here's the free throw. One free throw only because he made the shot. As it's a 1-point game, Lake Central's got the lead. This free throw could tie it with 5:52 left. Big free throw right here for number 21. This junior, Buddy Jeffy. He goes up. Tie game. Great game we got here tonight, especially on senior night. Seems like senior night always a great game. As here's Joe Graziano. Nick Bandera with the ball. Goes to Graciano. Graciano wanted to pull up. You see Rello Smith playing a lot of posts today. And there he is in the post. Hook shot up. It's good. Right there. They call him Mr. 2 times for a reason. Because he gets the 2. As Lake Central's got to be careful. And he goes right in. And he's fouled. And that doesn't make it. But this Marquette Catholic team is so strange. They can hit the 3. They can hit the 2. They are really dangerous.
So it appears that for Marquette Catholic, number 21, Buddy Jaffe, will be throwing some free throws.
Here's the first. It is up and good. 1-point game.
1-point lead for the Indians. Thomas, it comes in.
As here's the second one to tie the game once again. Up, and it's good. Tie game. We got 5:17 left. Tie game. We'll see if the seniors can lead her. I mean, not my bad. See if the seniors can take control of the team. Senior leadership. That's what I was going to say. As here's Connor Thomas. Nope. Yep, gets it. Goes to Derek Hobbs. There's Rello Smith in the post once again. Kicks out the Hobbs. All the way across to Graziano. Rello Smith wide open, loses it. Save. And it'll be out on Derek Hobbs. Marquette Catholic ball.
Hobbs said, "Not in my house." Smacked that ball right out.
But that was costly, though, because
It was.
Marquette Catholic ball. Marquette Catholic
Don't want to do that
seems
with
like they can
450.
just run the ball. I mean, not score the ball whenever they can.
Well, he's certainly running with it right now.
There he is. And there's the 2. And the blocking foul. Right there. More free throws for them. As both teams will be in the bonus, so it looks like.
Interesting, though, that the foul was on Tomasic. Tomasic was the one that went down.
There he is. As here is the first free throw. It is up. It's good right there. 1 point lead for the Marquette Catholic.
I told you, see, you don't know what they are.
You don't know. They are strange. They are mysterious.
Something tells me it's along the lines of Trojans. MQT.
As there is a second 1-2-point game. Maybe a buzzer beater by Joe Graziano once again. We all know what happened last time.
Yep.
I think me and Coleman almost died. It was crazy. We hear a lot of squeaking on that floor tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We need the Zamboni or something. Wouldn't be surprised if Rel just pulled up right here. As there's Rello right on the DAC sign. Graziano almost wanted to pull up. Goes to Joe Graziano. Goes to Rello. Rello. Hold inside, mid-range two, step back. That's his shot.
Nice.
That's his shot right there.
Nice shot for Graziano to tie it up 61-all. In back to college news, Indiana tonight looking to break its 4-game losing streak against Iowa, Jack. I don't know how to feel about it.
Indiana.
I've really been suffering lately.
My mind, the biggest bust this year.
Oh, yeah.
They got votes to be #1 in the second week of college basketball. Now I don't think they got enough votes to be. Now I don't think they have enough votes to be in the tournament. I mean,
it was a rough start. It was.
They lost to Minnesota. Penn State. No, not Penn State. My bad. I remember James Blackman hit that key 3. But Minnesota? Come on.
They were really.
They were. They had
rated this.
OG Anunoby and got hurt. Thomas Bryant, who he struggles a little.
It started with IPFW.
Yes, it did. That
was the downfall of the Empire.
Yeah, it was. I mean, what were they? They were like 6 or 5 or something. They were up there.
They were solid.
After beating Kansas and North Carolina.
And then they lose. Purdue loses to Villanova by 3.
Yeah, oh man, that was a good game.
That was a very good game. Back to high school.
Yeah. DJ, I think we talk about college so much we can be college commentators by now. We talk about so much. As a tie game with 3:35 left, and number 21, Buddy Jeffe with the ball. Kicks out. As there he is, the leading scorer for the Marquette Catholic, Colin Kenny. Step back. Oh! Goes up. Look at. Oh, and there's a travel.
Uh-oh. The small but loud student section for Lake Central today.
Almost broke the ankles of Tomasic. Drove right in. Looked too easy, but travel. As this coach from Marquette Catholic is really giving it to the rest.
Kid's got moves, Jack.
Yes, he does. Moves like Jagger. As Joe Graziano brings the ball up. Rello Smith with the ball. Goes out back to Joe Graziano. Derek Hobbs with the ball. Goes to Rello Smith. To Justin Graziano. To Keon Sellers. Hobbs kicks out. Sellers. Back to Hobbs. Graziano goes to Graziano. Graziano goes up for the 2. Hits it!
Another 2 for Graziano, making that 63-61 Lake Central.
And they got to stop him now. Oh, and it will be Lake Central ball. That was costly.
It was.
That could be it. That could. Who knows? That could be the game.
There's 2:34 left on the clock. You never know, but
you never know. But Lake Central, they do hold the ball a lot. But we've seen Lake Central ball leads.
Oh yeah.
Like the Indians and the Falcons. Sellers goes to Rello Smith, to Joe Graziano, to Derek Hobbs. Rello. Sellers cut, not open. Goes to Graziano, and they're on telling him they're hold the ball. Graziano goes for the 2, and it's in. With 2:05 left, 4-point game. Marquette Catholic is running out of answers as they got to find one quick. He's got moves, so we can see it. Ooh. Oh, and he's off. Oh, wow.
Ooh, look at that.
We know that ball isn't deflated because that went right up. 2-point game, 1:36 left. Here we go. This is where free throws come crucial and defense. As here's Ralph Smith. Goes to Joe Graziano. Derek Hobbs with the ball. Goes to Justin Graziano. Back to Keon Sellers. Joe Graziano with the ball to Norrell Smith. Derek Hobbs to Joe Graziano. Goes to Keon Sellers with 1:04 left, and there's that time. Lake Central is just holding and holding and holding. Just like a leash on a dog. As Keon Sellers, oh my God, he loses it! And it will be, oh!
Central ball.
That was close.
From up here, it appeared that the ball had spun and touched Marquette at the last possible
That thing
second.
had,
It's gotta hurt.
that thing had spin like a backswing on a golf ball. Thing wouldn't stop. It's 50.9 left. 2-point game, Lake Central with the lead. There's Derek Hobbs with the ball. Goes to Connor Tomasic. Hobbs is wide open. Oh, Ralph Smith got that cut. He cut, but no seat. As the question is, when will they foul? Oh! That was a close one right there. I thought that'd be all ball, but nope. As Lake Central will be shooting a 1-on-1.
I would hope so.
Marquette Catholic playing smart. Everyone on the court from Marquette Catholic can shoot a 3. As it's a 2-point game, 1-1.
Doesn't hurt to have that out there.
Free throws are crucial right now.
They are.
It's do or die, probably. Because these free throws, wow. Or me big ones, as here's the first. It's up. It's good.
Takes that one.
Like a layup. Here's the second one. Up. It's good.
And in.
4-point game. 25.4 left.
Can Lake Central finally play their favorite game of keep away with 25 seconds left on the clock, Jack?
And here we go.
Marquette probably going to be coming out here thundering, so let's see what happens.
This will be big as there's number 3, Colin Kenny, who can hit that 3. He's got the moves. We've seen it. As he calls a timeout. 21.2 left. Timeout by Marquette Catholic.
Timeout. 21.2 seconds left on the clock. Your Lake Central Indians leading the Marquette Catholic Blazers 67-63. Yeah, I looked it up. It's the Blazers.
Well, their offense is blazing right now.
That's for sure. If you're not doing anything this Friday, folks, be sure to tune in for our final stream of the season.
Yep. You got the Lake Central, the 91st team in Indiana, and the number 9 team in Indiana. Marquette. A team better than the Crown Point Bulldogs. Will be interesting to see what happens. As I felt like that would have been a better game as senior night. You know,
Yep.
the upset.
I'm expecting a big upset for Lake Central. I mean, it's not even an upset going into the
I
game.
mean, they are 7-2, looking to go 8-2 at home. And I was looking, McCutcheon is 9-1 on the road and hasn't lost a game. And hasn't lost a game since January 12th. So. One loss in 2017. As here we go. 20 seconds left. McCutcheon can't. Not McCutcheon. Marquette Catholic does not have time to waste. 3. Oh, fakes it. Goes in for the 2 and a push, but that will be a 1-1 with 12.3 left. These are the free throws. You make them, they're still a game. You miss them, it looks like it's over. As Marquette Catholic is playing all the players who have about no fouls. As here is Kenny, 1-1 bonus. Here's the first. It is up, and it's good, right there.
Take that one. The lead is trimmed down to 3.
As here's the second one. Up, good, 2-point game. Timeout by Marquette Catholic.
Alrighty, folks. 12.3 seconds left on the clock in the 4th period. Your Lake Central Indians up against the Marquette Catholic Blazers, 67-65. Lake Central with 9 fouls on the board, and Marquette with 7.
And let's also not forget to thank our live stream crew of Paul Tomadowski, Jacob Kuchek, Michael McCall, and
Tyler Frieder,
our live stream producer.
Honestly, Jack, without these guys, we wouldn't be. We wouldn't
Tyler
be here.
Frieder is a big fan of jazz, I heard. As Lake Central will be shooting free throws.
Hey, Jack, you like jazz?
I do not.
Hey, you know what? That's all right. You like basketball, though?
I do. Baloncesto and Espanol.
And we saw a good one of those tonight here at Lake Central.
Yeah, we are. As here's the first one is up. Thompson. And it's off. And he loses it. Oh, they don't get that. Oh.
5.4
The chance
seconds.
was in there. Marquette Catholic had it. Wow. As here's the first free Thomas missed that big first one, and they just got lucky. So if he misses it, I'd hope Marquette Catholic gets the rebound. As he hits that. As here is Tomasic. Second one is up, and oh, it's off! Timeout, 4.1 left, 3 points to go.
I laugh because I find it comical. It's Coach, you got 4.1 left on the board. Not much for you.
But still, better than nothing.
Good point. Remember when we were at Valpo and Crown Point last Friday? 0.5 seconds left on the clock, and they call a timeout. Oh, no, sorry. There was a couple fouls that were called leading up to that.
Wow, what a heck of a game.
It really was. It was. I'm happy I went. Wasn't my school. A lot of people there didn't like me very much, but hey, it's a fun night.
Whose idea was it to go?
I think pretty sure it was yours, Jack.
I love to see basketball. I love to see, how do I say this? I love to just watch other teams play. I like to see their style.
Let's have a big party for March Madness, Jack. What do you say?
I think the refs are trying to go over official review. I did not know we had that.
It's pretty cool.
Can we call Mike Pereira or Yeah, Mike Pereira.
You know what, Jack? I'd say that's excellent. Party on.
Give Fox a good old call.
Party on,
They
Jack.
might be off, but, you know, we can give them a call. Or, you know, Scott Van Pelt. I always like to hear what he has to say from ESPN. And you know what's interesting? The coach for Marquette Catholic, I don't think he's ever gone to his team yet during this timeout. And I think it's pretty big to have your head coach telling you what to do.
It's
As they put
different.
0.5 back on the clock.
Oh.
We do not know how they checked that. Maybe they didn't challenge it. We don't know something. As here we go. Can this be a Maryville ending? I feel like we will be going to overtime maybe.
You know what? It's a bold prediction, Jack. Let's see how it plays out for the rest of the night.
Yes, it is definitely bold as there's another timeout. And that's smart because I feel like Coach Mlazek wanted to see how the Marquette Catholic Blazers would set up their offense, you know.
Yep.
And they have one timeout, and Marquette has two, so shouldn't have see 4.6 left. 3-point game, Marquette Catholic can easily hit the three, but the key part is don't foul them.
Got to get excited, Jack. Let's see some flips from our Lake Central cheerleaders.
Do not foul when they shoot a three. That is the easiest mistake you can make.
If Marquette can pull off a tie here, I'd be impressed.
Yeah, I would be too. I mean, they came back from a deficit.
Yep.
As it's blue ball on the baseline, so interesting position because they are far. And then I think it'd take them at least 2.5 seconds to get to the three-point line.
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
But you also got Lake Central playing defense right up on them, so it's going to take longer. As you know, they're going to give it to Kinley. And here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Gotta
Goes
throw
for the
it.
three. Oh, and it's off. And the
win.
Indians win on senior night.
What in tarnation, what a win for Lake Central, 68-65 against the Marquette Catholic High School Blazers. This will conclude the end of our live stream for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. As always, I'm DJ DeVries.
And I'm always Jack Thiel.
And we will see you this Friday for the Lake Central versus McCutcheon game. Have a great night. I said what in tarnation?